a rough and tumble centre half. You must rather enjoy all these clean sheets. I think that's 5 in the last 8 games. How much confidence do you all take from that? And obviously another point to the tally today.
Yeah, as centre halves, that's what we want to do first and foremost. We want to get clean sheets, and then if we can help further up the pitch, then that's good. But our job's to keep the ball at the back of our net. So when we're doing that, it means we're doing something right. And like you said, 5 in the last 8. So it's good going.
The manager and, in fact, some of your teammates have been talking about being solid, being hard to beat, getting a point as a bare minimum. How much are we starting to see that week in and week out now?
Yeah, it's grafting for every result now at this point in the season. So if we can get a point, then that's massive. Instead of losing games, we're picking up points where we have to, and it breeds good confidence for going into the next game, because you can have a bit of momentum now. And that's, is it 3 unbeaten now, 4 unbeaten? 4. So it goes well for going into Tuesday now as well.
Yeah, how much does the sort of tone get set by everybody? You know, is it about all 11 of you having to do those things and charge the ball down and close it down and all that? If one of you doesn't, does it all fall apart?
Yeah, but you can always carry a couple of players on the pitch, but if it's 4s and 5s, you can see it out there, and the lads they're all grafters. That's the first and foremost in football. You've got to graft and earn your right to play, and then once you've grafted and you outrun the other team, not saying that we do all the time, but if you can match what they're doing, then you can play on the pitch, and then you see what happens. Like when at Newport, we can put the ball in the back of the net 5 times, and sometimes it does happen, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, because you know you've got that quality. Is there a tinge of frustration, particularly maybe with the first half today, when you did make the run in and have the chances, that we are only talking about a point?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a frustration for us centre halves when we're watching it at the back, and we always want the lads to score. But we know they're trying their hardest to put the ball in the back of the net. It's the hardest thing in football. That's why we're centre halves and they're strikers, because they do the job that we don't want to do. We just want to keep the ball out of our net, but they do the hard job. So we just keep going now.
Does the job that the kind of midfield and defensive guys are doing perhaps take a bit of the pressure off those forward players, because you're not conceding lots of goals, so maybe it's not you've absolutely got to take this chance?
Yeah, I think like as defenders we get the praise and Billy in that, but it starts from the front when we're pressing. They set the tone, and if they're on the front foot, we have to back them up. We've got no choice. We've got to go behind them and follow our men as well. So they always set the press, they set the tone, and we just follow it up.
It's 4 unbeaten now. It's 4 unbeaten at home as well, actually, in the calendar year, sort of getting a little bit of run there. How much do you take from that with another home game coming on Tuesday night? What does that do for the sort of belief and confidence?
Yeah, we're enjoying playing at home at the minute, so it's good. It gives us good confidence going into Tuesday. I think we all know each of us roles perfectly and what we're doing on the pitch. So if we can just transfer it into Tuesday and be a bit more clinical in front of goal, let's say, we can win the game.
How much have those relationships grown? It looks like some of you guys who came in January have been around a lot longer than that, sitting on the sidelines and watching the games.
Yeah, it's just speaking to the people around you, like speaking to Faz, and he just tells you do what you're good at, don't overdo anything, do what you're good at on the pitch, and if everyone's doing that, we're all playing to our best. No one's trying extra to stand out or do something else. We're all just doing the basics and doing the basics well, and that's when you get draws against teams that are up there or wins, it proves, because everyone's pulling in the right direction.
You mentioned Farron Rawson there. I was talking to Seamus Keneally in the week, and he was talking about trying to be as much of an influence as he can be on guys who don't have the level of experience that he's got. People like that, obviously Sean Worley's not in the team at the moment, but guys like that, what kind of a difference do they make?
It's massive, yeah. I mean, just around me in my position, I've got Faz on my left, Donald on my right, and the skip in front of me, so couldn't ask for any more than they're talking me through the game as well as me talking them through the game. And it's massive in your first few games when you're a bit nervous, you want to impress, but they're talking you through the game, they're helping you out, and it makes it easy for you on the pitch.
And you're not going to stand here and say, we're safe, we're going to be all right, because until it's mathematically sorted, you're probably not going to feel that way. But has it made a difference having a bigger cushion, climbing away from that, just psychologically? Has that given you a bit of freedom? Yeah, it's always nice knowing that I think we're 11 now clear. It's always nice having that cushion, but listen, we've got to keep looking up the table rather than down and picking up results. We're going to be looking up the table eventually. But like this season, we've just got to get to that mathematical point, safe, and then you'll probably see us start, relaxing on the pitch a bit more. At the minute, it's kind of like today, we need that point, we need to get through. But yeah, once we're mathematically safe, might see a difference. But right now, we're just grafting to get to that point.